now Billy said we've got you. We're sure going to watch you, Deputy Bell and me. For I know you're a slick one, but says you'll be a sick one when your head's in the noose, you'll see. And you'll surely wear it when Sheriff Garrett pulls in from the Oaks at 3. Delbert who jeered wore a short black beard. Bob Ollinger was his name. Now on the level, if he wasn't the devil, he was surely close to the same. He's Billy's chief guard and his face was hard, for he'd killed with a scant excuse. Now with unholy joy, he looked on the boy, who was doomed to the calaboose. I'll be back in an hour, said Bob looking sour, for it's way past time to eat. So I guess I'll get gone, put the nose bag on, in the restaurant across the street. Here, Bell's my shotgun, says it sure is a hot one. It's loaded with buckshot 18. So if Billy gets smart, shoot the kid through the heart. You savvy what I mean. But Billy was young, he was just 21, but his record was black as sin. And he'd steal the smile in the boyish style, and they laughed at the hole he was in. For Boot Hill was filled with men he had killed, what cared he for the rope? For the grim black bores of his old 44s had taught him that life was hope. Now he drove, Bob said, you surely raise harm with a prisoner like me, but it's mighty soon you'd change your tune if Billy the Kid was free. When Ollinger went, Bell sort of unbent, liking Billy the Kid, you see. And Billy liked Bell for treating him well, but he wanted him handcuff keys. Well, Billy smiled like an innocent child. Let's have a game of cards. For matches we will play, just to pass the time away. We'll sit down like a couple of pards. But Bell, he never dreamed of Billy's wild scheme as he shuffled and riffled the deck. But he pitied the lad who wasn't all bad, but who soon would hang by the neck. The kid's smile was Johnny, he sure could play money with whatever cards it came. Bell dealt with a laugh, not knowing the half, that death had a hand in the game. For there seemed no excuse in that calaboose for a hope in the outlaw's brain. For he had only his fists, and he had cuffs on his wrist, and his feet was bound with a chain. When the kid's turn came to deal, the handcuffs of steel made him the awkward no more. And so at his blunder, Bell didn't much wonder when a 3-spot fell to the floor. That's all right, pard, said I'll get the card, said Bell, and Billy looked strange, for this was a break he'd been trying to make. Now maybe his luck would change. As soon as he reached, Bell's face was bleached, for as quick as a snap of a whip, Billy's fingers had spun the .45 gun from the belt at the deputy's hip. Why, Billy, Bell gasped as a gun hammer rasped. Good grief, you surely don't mean. Put 'em up, barked the kid, says where's them jail keys hid? Stand still or I'll bore you through clean. You treated me white, which says I'll blow out your light if you try to give the alarm. My life is at stake, and I'm telling you straight. Stand still, you sure come to harm. But Bell lost his head and he turned and he fled, while his voice sank as awoke. He made a wild run for all your shotgun, and then came a quick spurt of smoke. The kid had the drop, but Bell never stopped till a bullet had chopped through his chest, and the kid wrote his name in the letter of flame, and the finger of death wrote the rest. I'm sorry, old pard, said it sure was hard to shoot down a number so brave, but it just had to be. It was you, Bell, or me. May you rest in peace in your grave. And the kid's eyes grew dim as he looked down on him who'd always treated him square. And maybe he thought of the crimes he had wrought, and maybe he uttered a prayer. In the kid's eyes glared his teeth bad, for his work had scarce begun. Through the smoky air in the corner there, he saw Bob's scattergun. Bob, he grunt, he cried, says I'll drill his hide with buckshot he meant for me. And says when I let it rip, says Bob's smoky trip will surely be pleasant to see. With a wince of pain, he dragged his chains to the window over the street. With hands gone numb, he cocked the shotgun, and then his heart skipped a beat. For now, with the swaggered and drunken staggered, Bob Ollinger hove into view, with a gun on his hips and a smile on his lips. But Billy knew what to do. Like a tiger, he waited for the hombre he hated. He gave him a chance to draw. Once man to man, and win if you can. That is known as the Western law. So it's howdy, old sport. Welcome up to the fort. Drawled Billy the Kid at last. Said it's too late to run, then reach for your gun, and do your reaching fast. Bob's face went white and he trembled with fright, for either he or the kid had to die. And the terror he shrieked as his gun hand streaked for the 45 coated his thigh. Then a gust of smoke as the shotgun spoke, and the rattle of hissing lead, and a frightful cry, and one last sigh, and Bob Bollinger was dead. Then away from the jail like a beat of hail, drummed the hoofs of a fast cayuse. A shout or two, and everyone knew that Billy the Kid was loose. And he rode toward the setting sun and hollered 3 cheers for Billy the Kid.